Hello everyone, my name is Jenny, your IELTS teacher. In this video, I'll be sharing the sample answers that I have prepared for this IELTS speaking part 1 topic change. I prepared 2 to 3 sample answers, so I hope it would be of great help to you. Now let us begin. Before I read the sample answers, let me just share to you some useful tips and strategies that you need to take when you take the IELTS speaking exam, especially in part 1. First of all, you only need to give 2 to 3 sentences because this is only part 1. You don't really want to give a very long sentence because the IELTS examiner will just interrupt you. At the same time, you don't want to give one sentence because that will give you a low score. So 2 to 3 sentences should be fine. The second thing that you need to remember is that you should not just answer the questions because it's not enough. You have to provide details. And how do you provide details? It actually depends on the question that you are getting. There are questions that you're going to give reasons. There are questions that you are going to give example or you're going to explain more. So it depends on the question. Again, remember, don't just answer the questions. Provide details. Number 3, in part 1, you have to answer the questions immediately. Avoid long pause, avoid silence because that will definitely affect your fluency and you will get a low score on that. Number 4, focus on fluency. So avoid a lot of hesitations. Alright? Number 5, end your answers with confidence. And intonation plays a great role on that. Okay? If you are done answering the question, speak in a falling voice. When you're finished answering the question, falling voice, not in a rising voice. Okay? Last but not least, speak in a comfortable way. That's very important. You don't want to show to the IELTS examiner that you're having a hard time. You are struggling in expressing your ideas or opinions. So speak in a comfortable way, in a relaxed way. Okay? Now, so let us begin. Please do some shadowing. Let's read the first question and the sample answer. Have you changed a lot since your childhood? Yeah, I think so. There were a lot of physical, mental, and emotional changes. I think I have become a more mature woman and my patience is longer now. Or, yeah, absolutely. Aside from the physical changes, I also changed my personality. I mean, I have become more understanding and open-minded with other people. So 2 sample answers and both are actually reasonable and logical. Any answer should be fine as long as it makes sense and as long as it's not off topic. Okay? So these are the sample answers with 2 sentences each. Okay? So let us continue. The second question. What do you plan to change next year? Well, perhaps I might be living abroad next year. I'm not really sure yet. So I hope to change my residence once this pandemic is over because I'm planning to live in Canada. Or, well, next year when my schedule clears up, I hope to change my lifestyle. I might continue my exercise routine because I want to be fit and healthy. I can't find time to exercise these days since my plate is always full. Okay? So change my residence. Basically, you want to move to another country or to another place. You want to change your address. Okay? And then for the second question, our second sample answer, when my schedule clears up. So when your schedule is not, busy anymore. All right? And in IELTS speaking, it's completely okay if you say, I wanna, I'm gonna. You need to sound like a native speaker for you to get a good score. And native speakers speak like that. I want to go to grandma. I'm going to talk to her. Right? But remember, you don't want to do this in writing. You have to write in full. 1, 2. In speaking, you can sound like that. Wanna. Okay? By the way, this is an idiomatic expression. My plate is always full. Okay? That is an idiom which means if your plate is always full, meaning you're always busy or you have a lot of things to do. For example, Jenny, I'm sorry I can't hang out with you this weekend because I have a lot on my plate. There's just too much on my plate. Or because my plate will be full this weekend. So it means I will have a lot of things to do. Okay. Another example, I can't find time to exercise because I've got too much on my plate. I've got two kids and at the same time I'm working. So it's really hard to schedule my exercise. Okay? So try to use idioms or idiomatic expression because idioms can give you a score of 7 and above. All right? Now, okay, let's move on to the next question. Do you like changes? Why? Yes, absolutely. I love changes. And it is mainly because I'm an adventurous kind of person. Change challenges me and sometimes it brings adrenaline rush. This is a good phrase. It brings adrenaline rush. So if it's bringing you adrenaline rush, meaning it's making you excited. Okay? If you're an adventurous kind of person, this first sample answer is suitable for you. All right? Now the next one. Honestly speaking, I hate changes. And it is because it means I have to adjust on many things. I prefer stability and change makes me uncomfortable sometimes. So two different types of answer. Yes, so this is a positive answer and the other one is no. So if you're the type of person who don't like change, yeah, you can use this idea. Okay? You prefer stability. Change sometimes makes us uncomfortable, and that is true, right? Okay, so I hope that they're helpful for you, these ideas. Now let us continue. Are there any changes in your hometown? Yes, there was a change in my area, and it was the construction of a skyscraper. I think it's helpful because more shops or facilities will be added to. Or, yes, because of COVID-19, I think a lot of changes took place not only in my town, but in other places as well. For example, shops are not that crowded anymore because social distancing has to be observed. It also affected some businesses because they had very few customers. Or, I guess I would have to say yes to that question. I saw a lot of changes that happened in my town, and I guess it is because of the pandemic. Traffic is not as congested as before, and shopping malls or movie theaters are not very crowded too. So, three sample answers for this question. Okay, so for the first sample answer, instead of saying many tall buildings have been built, you can say skyscraper. The construction of a skyscraper. Okay, now you need to paraphrase some words in the topic or in the question. So instead of saying hometown, you can say in my area. Okay, for the second sample answer, instead of saying a lot of things happened, you can say a lot of changes took place. Okay, all right. Now for the third sample answer, if you're not so sure of your answer, you can begin your sentence with this. You can use this useful expression. I guess I would have to say yes to that question. Okay? But if you are very sure, you can say, yeah, definitely. Absolutely. If you are very sure. But if you're not that sure, you can definitely use this. Okay? So traffic is not as congested as before. Shopping malls or movie theaters are not very crowded too. And that is correct, right? Because of the pandemic, a lot of people just prefer to stay indoors. Alright, so anyways, that would be all. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you have any suggestions or comment, please feel free to comment below. Thank you. Bye.